Morning. We were talk- Last class we are talking about the cupola furnaces. Cupola furnace is one of the important furnaces which has been asked in the examination, every examination, every semester exam. You take the question paper. This is one of the important and very what do you call the most repeatedly asked, frequently asked question. This is the question. So, what is the construction of furnace? How the cupola? Because wherever you go to the foundry, this is normal furnace. You will find it. This is a normal furnace. You are going to find it in the industry, foundry industries, maybe aluminum industry or something, because it is very easy for construction. Is very, actually initial cost is more, but after once you construct this cupola furnace, then maintenance will be there. Will little maintenance, but still it is a very good furnace. Let us see the what are the operations or what are construction or the features of this cupola furnace. Let's see in this video. Okay.
Cupola. What is the cupola? Cupola is used to melt cast iron. Basically, in order to obtain good casting, the pouring and melting temperature of metal used should be proper. So for melting the metals, cupola furnace is used. Description of cupola. So in description, we discuss the main parts of cupola. First one is cell. Next one is foundation, towers, wind belt, blower, slag hole, charging door, chimney or stack. So these are the main parts of cupola, and in next slide we will discuss in detail main parts of cupola. First one is cell. Cell is a vertical and cylindrical in shape. So this is two verticals rod. This is the steel cell. It is made with steel sheet 6 to 12 mm thick and lined inside with refractory bricks and clay. Refractory bricks and clay used for cupola lining consist of silica oxide and alumina, that is Al2O3. Cupola diameter varies from 1 to 2 meters and cupola height is 4 to 6 times the diameter. Next part is foundation. The cell is mounted either on brickwork foundation or on steel column. These are the foundation, which is consisting of steel column. This is brick foundation.
Foundation or nothing but it's a basement. Something like when you construct a house, there is a one foundation, right? There's a some kind of basement. Means first they will dig the earth, they'll keep this stones, the huge stones. They'll keep the big stones and they'll fill with the sand, cement, everything. They'll make this very strong foundation because when the foundation is strong, then it can take the weight of the building. There's a meaning of here also same kind. You can see the steel shell. Okay, that's completely made up of inner layer is made up of a brick layer. There is a refractory brick. Yesterday I told refractory nothing but which with this very high temperature because the function of the furnace is nothing but to melt that metal means more than 1500 something like this. So that brick should have a capacity to withstand that heat. That's the reason why they made it with the high special bricks. That is meant heat resistance bricks inside. Outer wall is made up of a steel shell uh, to make it very strong and very rigid, something robust. Okay, let us continue this thing.
So here the bottom of cell consists of drop bottom door. So these are the drop bottom door. So basically the main purpose of using the drop bottom door, through which debris consisting of coke, slag, etc. can be discharged at the end of a melting. Toyers. So as we know, for the combustion of fuel we need air. So air for combustion of fuel is delivered through the toyers. So these are the toyers which are mounted.
How much money do you usually spend a month buying water cans and getting water from?
Mounted in steel cell. Tires are provided at the height of between zero point 0.6 to 1.2 meters above the working bottom. Next is wind belt.
Tires nothing but it's a hole, something a big hole, kind of hole, pipe hole where it is connected to a wind blower. Means where it will they will start pumping the air. Okay, because whenever you are to combustion, when you take a coke, charcoal, whatever it is, if you want make a combustion, then definitely you should have the air for that, right? One is wood or coke or coal, whatever they will use it as a fuel. But for combustion process, you require oxygen. Sorry, air is you require. That air you are supplying from this something like a huge pipes which connected to a wind blower. So where it is, they will they will pump the air supply to for the combustion.
Air is delivered to the tires from a wind belt, which is a steel plate duct. The wind box is mounted on the outer cell of the cupola. This is the wind box through which air is supplied to the tires. Next one is blower. A high pressure fan or blower supplies the air to the wind belt through the blast pipe or wind box. So this is air blast inlet which is connected with wind box, and through this air blast inlet air is supplied with the help of blower to the wind box and from wind box to the tires, and this air is used for combustion of fuel. Next is slag hole. It is located at a level about 250 mm below the centers of the tires. So this is the location of slag hole.
Some advertisements. I'll skip this. Right. See, very before that, I'll just give you some hint. Slag, nothing but when you, I think you all know about slag because you studied the chemistry, the melting of iron ore in the chemistry level, all these things. When you melt the ore, iron or whatever this thing, there will be some unwanted material, means some dust material, corrosion, all these things in the form of some wastage. It will come down. So what it will do once you melt in the furnace, due to density, more density or heavier the weight, what happens? This slag will come out here. Okay, means this is a byproduct. So they are going to remove this as a wastage. Okay, there's nothing but slag here. Slag means you know that whatever you in the iron or what you learned in chemistry, the same slag. We are also the same because we are dealing with the metal. Huh? Okay, let's
Purpose
continue.
of the slag hole is to remove the slag from the cupola furnace. Next part is charging door. It is situated 3 to 4 meters above the tires. So this is the charging door through which fuel, coke, flux are fed into the furnace. So these are metal, coke and flux outside the cupola furnace, and through charging door these are supplied to the combustion chamber of the cupola. So here the black color that shows the coke, pink color indicate flux, and blue color indicate metal. So now we can see how the charging door is used to supply the coke, flux and metal into the combustion.
I'll interrupt here. Okay, from the top most button, it's called charging to this coke, coke and flux. Flux is a substance or material which is used to for the combustion of this metal because to make it a reaction because they wanted to remove unwanted thing because what happens this flux will react with coke and metal by unwanted byproduct that is a slag it will remove only pure metal only the pure. Can you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can.
Only the pure metal, see, that will in the form of in the charging to after charging inside that chamber, cupola chamber, this flux reacts with the coke and whatever the unwanted materials are there in the metal, it has come as a byproduct in the slag and it will taken out. Only the pure form of aluminum or sorry, here it is cupola is normal 99% is used in iron cast iron foundries. Okay, so that will they will. That's the reason why I think you remember that. Yes, go back and brush up your things in iron ore. They will had what are the things in the furnaces. I think you read about the what that separation, ore separation method in the chemistry, iron ore separation method. Okay, how they do, what are the things, how you take hematite and magnetite, uh, all these things which words, how they're going to dress it and how they're going to remove the things. Similarly, here also the iron which is fed plus coke plus flux. This flux will is something like a substance which will react and it will react with some unwanted substance. It will come out as a slag. Remaining portion it will continue. So let's see the remaining part.
Chamber of cupola furnace. So here these are the layers. Layer of coke, flux, and metals.
You have to see the diagrams.
And this is the way in which metal flux and
My name is Neil Amy, CEO
Huh?
and SEO. I started with proxies 7.
coke is supplied through the charging door to the polar furnace. Next part is chimney or stack. The cell is usually continued for 4 to 5 meters above charging door to form a chimney or stack. So as we can see, the steel cell is extended beyond the charging door, and this is the spark arrestor. Now we will discuss various types of zone at various stages in cupola one by one. First one is melting zone. This zone starts from the top of the coke bed and extend up to a height of 900 mm. So this is the metal charge and this is coke bed.
One layer of metal will be there, other layer of coke will be there, something like this.
Shown with the help of arrow. This is the melting zone. And generally the temperature in melting zone that is approximate about 1600 degrees Celsius at this zone. This is the highest temperature. And the reaction that will take place in this melting zone, that is 3 molecules of iron plus 2 carbon monoxide molecules react, and finally we get the iron carbide Fe3C plus carbon dioxide. Next zone is the combustion zone. In combustion zone, the location of combustion zone is normally 150 to 300 mm above the top of the tires. So as we can see, this is combustion zone. And the reaction that are taking place in combustion zone, that is carbon react with oxygen and we get the carbon dioxide plus heat. Next one, silicon plus oxygen, that we get silicon oxide and heat. Next one is 2 molecules of manganese plus oxygen. Finally we get manganese oxide and heat. And last one is iron reaction.
Remember, something like this reaction, just you can tell it in a orally. You not show, if you can show in the chemical this thing is so okay. But if not, at least you tell that what are the zones here: combustion zone, melting zone, their charging door are there, tires are there, brick foundation, that holes, slag holes, kettling hole, and spark cluster. Spark cluster means the fire should not come out of this chamber. Means what happens? Here there is a fire. It will balance something. You see that many industry in petroleum industries in ship, some long pipe will be there. Over there is a fire. Always fire will be there because that will not disturb. The fire will be constantly. Constantly it will be burying, like it will be there at the top of the towers. Okay, what it will balance the reaction. If the spark is not coming in a balanced way, then what happens? Whole spark will spread here and the whole thing will go damaged. Getting my point, right? So I think you've seen in many industries at the top you can see the some fire kind of thing, some flame it will be coming out. This flame will keep in a balanced mode. That is the purpose of this spark arrestor. Okay. Okay. Remaining part combustion zone will be there where it will react. That's what I told. The carbon means coke react with oxygen, whatever the oxygen we supply from the tires, carbon dioxide plus heat. Okay, then the silicon plus oxygen, silicon oxide plus heat will be there. Then whatever was in the from the slag material, sorry, from the charge material, flux material, another it will be. Oh, all this unwanted material will come in the form of slag. Only Fe plus O, Fe oxide plus heat. Okay, only Fe ferric, that is iron. This thing will be taken out of this bottom. Just see the another 2 minutes and
The
discuss.
oxygen, finally we get iron oxide and heat. So in combustion zone, basically heat is evolved in this zone because of these following oxidation processes. Next zone is reducing zone. So this is the zone that is basically starts from the top of the combustion zone and extend up to the top of coke bed. So this is the reducing zone. And in reducing zone, the reduction of carbon dioxide to carbon monoxide occurs and temperature drops to about 1200 degrees Celsius. And the reaction that will take place in particular zone, that is carbon dioxide plus heat.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire,
So finally we get carbon monoxide, and here we can see there is a reduction of heat. Next part is crucible zone. This is the zone in which basically molten metal that is placed, and it is between the top of the sand bed and the bottom of the tires. This is the sand bottom, and it is this crucible zone also known as well. Another name of this zone is the well. And basically the molten metal accumulates here in this particular zone. So this is the molten metal we can see. Next zone is preheating zone. As the name suggests, preheating zone. It starts from the top of the melting zone and extend up to the charging zone. So this is the location of preheating zone, and it is also called charging zone. And charging materials are fed in this zone and get preheated. So all the charging materials, like we can say metals, flux and coke, these are also supplied through this zone. And the last zone in this cupola furnace is stack zone. Basically it starts from the charging zone and extend up to the cupola, and this is the stack zone. And basically in this zone the gases generated with in the furnace are carried to the atmosphere by this zone. So today we have learned about what is cupola, main parts of cupola by the description of cupola, and the various types of the zones in cupola at various temperature ranges. And in our next video we will discuss cupola operation, its advantage and disadvantage also.
Okay, I'll. This is the working of cupola furnace. See, remember whenever you are writing the cupola furnace, I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir, audible.
Yes, sir,
Yes, sir.
you're audible.
See, whenever you are writing cupola, whenever you are writing the question, attending the question of cupola, which is a very easiest question. Do not miss for any cost. So you can write it. You can score easily from 8 to 12 marks. It will come. This question may come for 8 to 12 marks. So first you have to write what is cupola. What is cupola? Why it is used? What cupola nothing but it's a furnace. Cupola is the name of a furnace where it is used to melt the iron, uh, iron metals. Okay, for the foundries. Okay, then normally the cupola is so what is the height of the cupola? Then next, construction, right? Construction. One heading, small subheading, construction of cupola. Cupola consists of a brick foundation or steel bottom foundation, where above that there is a which is covered by the refractory bricks, the vessel shaped refractory brick, where in which outer layer is coated with the steel, and there are a number of zones. What is that? A well zone, combustion, reducing, melting, preheating, all these things. Okay, all of the zones, and it consists of a tire. In construction part, do not try to explain the working. Don't get confused. Make sure what I'm telling, please understand that construction part, you have to tell what are the things are there in the cupola. In the working, after construction, you try to tell what the things are there present in the construction. It consists of a bottom foundation, steel column, tires, brakes, coke, feeders, all these things you tell it. Okay. Next, in working process, you can tell that once the charging of metal coke, the flux and coke is fed from the top, it will come in the form of a layer. In the first layer zone, second zone, third zone, what happened? Fourth zone, what happened? Finally, you'll get the after the over the sand bed, you will get the slag. Sorry, metal. In other portion, opposite portion, you will get the slag. All these things like this you have to tell. For combustion process, we are going to supply the air from the tires. So this is what you have to tell in the working principle. Construction is different. Construction, what are things are there inside. Hope you understood my point. Okay, so you have to write like this, and remember, very, 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 very important. Diagram should be written, and minimum you should write some 10 to 12 labeling parts. 10 to 12 labeling parts is must for cupola. Very easy. Once you practice well, this is a short question. Every time they're going to ask you. If you want, you check your old question paper. Go to website and check it. Okay, you will see the same question, repeated questions. Okay, do not waste the time in just do not try to skip this question because this is very, very important. Any questions from your side? So I'm happy to answer. Any question?
Okay, sir.
Raise your hand. Question, no problem. Rishikesh, Bhaskar, Rajeshwar, Pawan.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts I can ask. Jose is there?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Jose. Yeah, Jose, any doubts? Gagan, any doubts?
No, sir.
Antesh, Mahendra. Right. So very simple. So this is some kind of a
No doubt,
furnace
sir.
where it is some kind. It's one of the furnace which is been used in the foundry, in the iron foundries. Okay, they to melt the iron from the solid state to liquid state. So all these, what are the components is there? You just write it in that part and write the diagram, simple diagram. Do not make going or 3D effect, 4D effect. Do not try to give the shading, all these things. Just a simple neat figure, direct figure. Okay. And see, for figure, if you want to tell, if you want to convince an exam evaluator that you know the concept well, then you need to write more labeling parts. Then only you'll come to know. Instead of writing neatly, wasting time, 1 hour spending on the diagram, write the figures in 2 or 3 minutes. Label the parts as many as possible. As more labeling parts are there in the diagram, the evaluator will understand that he knows the concept very better. That's the reason he has written many things on the diagram. That's the very easiest hint how we look from our end, how we evaluate. Okay, don't forget these things are the hints to score the good marks. Any questions pertaining to cupola? Please raise the doubts or whatever question. I am happy to answer.
No doubt, sir.
Any
No questions.
anyone